During the time that you were coming up, how were senior citizens treated? What happened to the people who were too old to care for themselves? Did the families take care of them, or were there any facilities for them?
No facilities at all. I mean, they stayed with the family. Whoever was in the family just, took care of them.
About your health concerns, how did your parents, well, when I say parents in this, instance, I'm talking about, your father until he left and your uncles and aunts. How did they deal with health and illnesses, and did they have any home remedies, and did you used to have a doctor, and where did you go for medical reasons?
They had a lot of home remedies, and I was delivered by a doctor. I think all of my mother's children was delivered by a doctor, I guess. I mean, I know I was.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't remember going to a doctor until I got grown. I mean, until I probably went to the doctor myself on my own. Because my grandmother was a midwife, or my great-grandmother was a midwife.
Mm-hmm.
And they would always send for her, I don't care what time of night it was, because they said when I had the measles, I had a real high temperature. And they sent for her. They said my breathing, I was shaking the whole crazy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you don't remember any doctors at all while you were coming up?
No, I do remember when the rest of them, I didn't get it. It was about 3 of us that didn't have the typhoid fever. That was the first time I remember a doctor being in the house. His name was Dr. Brown. And he would come down there and he taught Beatrice and myself, which Beatrice was around my age, that was Uncle Randolph's daughter, how to take their temperature.
Mm-hmm.
And what we used for disinfection, he had told us to take this carbolic acid and put a certain amount of it into a glass and fill the rest up with water and keep the thermometer in that. And that's what we used to disinfect the thermometer.
The thermometers, okay. So did you ever have to go to a hospital when you were coming up?
No.
Okay. So besides that one time that you can remember that a doctor was in the house, the family did not go to any medical facilities that you knew of?
No.
Okay. And you said y'all depended a lot on home remedies. Like what? Can you name a few?
One that sticks out in my mind, I don't know what I had that this lady told my aunt to take these, I don't know what these little bugs are. They look something like your armadillos, because when you touch them, they curl up like an armadillo.
Uh-huh.
Told them to put them into a bag, and so she got a little tobacco bag, like you had to put this smoking tobacco, somebody that used a pipe or something.
Mm-hmm.
They had this little bag with a drawstring on it. Some people call them wood lice. I don't know what they are. They come from under the boards and things. I begged her not to. I was too sick to resist anything. I said, we called her Nanny. I said, Nanny, please don't put those things on me. Don't put those. But she tied them around my neck. So I don't know what. Then she put onions, this onion poultice.
Mm-hmm.
For a long while, I couldn't stand the smell of onions. It would make me sick. I felt like I was going to faint. I'm just getting so I can eat onions. I mean, sometimes now I crave them, but I was working for the priest, and I cooked onions once. I had to leave and go home. It was on Sunday evening. I left all the dishes and everything on the table till Monday morning. I don't know what. thought of that.
Onions. Well, to go back with the little armadillos,
Yeah.
what was that for? I mean, what was that supposed to cure?
I don't know whether I had, didn't seem like it was the whooping cough. I don't know whether I had a temperature. I always had something wrong with them. I don't know if it was for the fever or, I don't know what it was for. I know I was sick. And another thing, when you were sick, they wouldn't give you if you had a temperature, they wouldn't give you cold water.
Oh.
If they give you water at all, it was warm water. And you already had a temperature. So my sister used to steal me, go to the well and get water and sneak it to me.
Okay.
I guess that's the only thing that saved me.
And was that cold water that she got? Okay. What types of things did you do as a child?